Hey everyone, and welcome back to Haste Kitchen. Now today I want to show you how to do my firm favourite, the chicken katsu curry. We're going to do our own breadcrumb chicken breast. We're going to serve that up with our own homemade katsu curry sauce. A little bit of rice, a little bit of salad, that's it. So first up, for our sauce, we're going to grab ourselves a large pan and just bring that up to heat. So we're just going to sweat off the onions slightly. So a little bit of oil in there. You can use coconut oil, whichever one you use. I'm just using a little dash of olive oil today. So this is going to make up the main basis of the curry. So into the pan, we want to go in with 2 onions. So I don't know where I'm actually watching from in the world, but I'd be interested to know, so comment down below where you're watching from. I don't know if you have a Wagamamas in your country. So this is where I first really started having my chicken katsu curry, and I always thought it tasted a little bit like, when you go to a Chinese, like the takeaway Chinese in the UK, you have a curry sauce, and I never think it tastes like anything else apart from almost like a fake curry sauce. It doesn't really taste like a garam masala, it doesn't really taste like a bolti or anything. It just tastes like a really simple but kind of fragrant curry sauce, which is effectively kind of what we're making now. So just to chop them up, and they can go straight into your pan. And you're just going to sweat them off. You don't want to have too much colour on there. You just want to really just lightly sweat them off. Into that, we're going to go in with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 garlic cloves. With these, I'm just literally going to smash them down and chuck them in. They don't need to be chopped or squashed. Skins can stay on, as I say, because we're going to be sieving it through anyway. Ooh, we're going to be smelling the garlic today. Give that a little stir around, making sure nothing's sticking to the bottom. Then we're going to go in with our carrots. Then we're just going to literally I've washed these, just going to take the ends off. Doesn't matter about skin. And again, I'm just going to cut these down the middle. And just roughly chunk them up. And whack them in with everything else. Same again with the other one. Now you're going to sweat that off for about 3 to 4 minutes effectively. Just until it started to soften down. We've got 1 apple. I'm going to cut that in half. Now that apple's going to give it a little bit of sweetness in there. So this is my variation of the recipe. It's certainly not in any way authentic, but it tastes pretty damn incredible. And I think it's the closest thing you can get to like that Wagamama's taste sort of, that's almost like a sweet sort of curry taste. Effectively, nothing going bad in here, nothing bad in here at all. We're going to do a little bit of frying, but you can use coconut oil on that if you want to. So we've got 2 white onions, we've got 1 apple, we've got 2 carrots and 5 cloves of garlic in there. Now into that, we're going to add 2 large tablespoons of plain flour. I'm using spelt flour. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of garam masala and 4 teaspoons of normal plain curry powder. I've just gone for a mild one in there. Now that flour is going to help it thicken up, and then we're going to start introducing some stock. We've got a slight difference here in sort of normal ingredients. I'm actually going to add a little bit of coconut milk, so 4 tablespoons of coconut milk. It's going to get that lovely sort of creaminess that we want. I've got 2 tablespoons of honey. Again, a little bit of sweetness. 4 teaspoons of soy sauce. Give that a little stir around. That's going to be really thick now. And you've already got that smell, that perfect katsu curry sort of smell coming from it. So now that's nice and thick, we're going to go in with 600 millilitres of chicken stock. And he's going to add that a little splash at a time, otherwise it's going to go really lumpy. Another good stir around. And again, another bit. Introducing it just a little bit at a time really helps. If at any point you think it's just a little bit too thick, just add a little splash more of hot water again. Just going to leave that to simmer off and just slightly thicken up. So I'm going to move that to one side. With the chicken, we're going to do chicken in breadcrumbs. Going to use panko breadcrumbs today. Use whatever you want. So we want flour effectively, an egg, and our breadcrumbs. First bowl, going to add a bit of flour. Second one, we're going to add an egg. And last of all, we're going to add our breadcrumbs. Give that a quick mix up. Before we get the chicken on the go, we're going to get another pan up to heat. and we're just gonna get some oil in there. Again, whatever oil you want to use. I'm just using a little bit of olive oil, but you can use coconut oil. Excuse my red face today. It's about 35 degrees outside, and behind me we've got a 6-pan Arga oven, which is on constantly. And I've got the windows closed because there's so many flies outside. It's just somewhat hot. Not moaning though, it's got a bit of sunshine at last. So while that's coming up to heat, we've got 2 organic chicken breasts. So at this point, if you want to get yourself some rice on the go, that would be ideal. Now hopefully I haven't got to show you how to make rice, because if we do, we've got issues. Boil some rice quickly. I've got a pan on the back there, look. So chicken breast, into the flour, little coating all over, into our egg, a little bit on each side, all over the corners as well, making sure that's going to get all the breadcrumbs to stick to it. Breadcrumbs, both sides. Little shake off, and then into hot oil, just lay that away from you. Again with our second one, just repeat that, and again into our pan, away from you. A couple of minutes either side, turn them over again. You don't want them to go too dark. If you feel it's cooking too quick, just lower the temperature of your oil. Our sauce is thickening down dramatically, look. At this point, we're going to strain that through a sieve, just to get rid of all those lumps. Now that sauce can go back into your pan. You just need to keep that on a nice low heat. Right, so the juices is running clear on those, so they're done. It's up to you, but you can put them in the oven if you want to, just while you start serving things up. And we're going to take out our lovely chicken breasts. Just to drain off slightly. And we're just going to slightly cut these at an angle. And you want them in little crisp slices. So a really good sharp knife is really important at this stage. We've got 2 little bowls of rice that I've just stuffed into them. We'll serve that up. Another one on the other side. We've got some of our sauce. We're just going to pour that into a little gravy boat. That's going to go in the middle. Then going to go on with our lovely chicken. I'm going to go in with a little bit of lettuce and some purple cabbage. Same again on the other side. I'm just going to go in with a little bit of coriander as well. So there we go. As always, my super simple chicken katsu curry. Now if you'll get recreating this one, which I hope you do, hashtag me at Haste Kitchen as always. Comment down below and tell everyone about the channel. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Cheers then, bye bye.